coming at you with a different kind of deal here. We're going to actually have all the cheats involved. So unlock all the milestones, unlimited money, oil, ore, and soil. And as it says on the tin, this is going to be a traffic proving grounds. This is just a kind of a city that I'm building to just to kind of they might come across fixes for them. So this is going to be all the cheats are involved that are built into the game. Money, so there's no worry about costs involved. And yes, the city is called Armory 1. So we're going to go ahead and look at our city. So we have all these as one-way as roads. Notice we have no 4-lane mods, but I have all the game cheats installed or activated. So you do have 6-lane one-way roads. So, and then you have highway. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to kind of just test the city out and use Armory 1 as a proving ground for so we have so while I do have unlimited money active, I will do my best to try and keep the price tag, kind of give you a ballpark, just keep track of the numbers as best I can. So we would have done $40 to unlock this normally, and you would have had 15,360 to drop that in there. And this is a small roundabout, so we come back up, and then we drop a second one on top of it, so that like we have in Strike Freedom 2. So then that is an extra 2560 we are now. So now we're looking at now we'll try and work out to pull up the calculator and work these math out. So okay, so one thing to note is that this is a one-way road. Generally, these are one-way roads. One-way, 2-lane roads to be precise, which is one of the reasons I upgrade them when I put them in cities that I'm actually building. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now, if you wanted to keep this a 1-lane road, you could upgrade it to a 6-lane road. We'll go ahead and just do that just to kind of simulate that. And we'll just go ahead over here with 6-lane road. Do a straight tool. Boom. And boom. So we'll go ahead and upgrade our spurs out here with this, like that. So, and I just lost track of that, go figure. But this is definitely something you would be doing very much later on, once you have the money. And actually, we'll go ahead and go to intersections, large roundabout. So that's not quite on top of that, so let's go ahead and do this in a moment. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go here to highway, set policies, yeah, so Ah, whoops. Go ahead and build a ramp here. So there we go. So there we go. There's that. So this is gonna be the max. Okay. Could come in here with the curve tool. So kind of like we've got our cities here. Let's go ahead and just do this all big kind of. Alright, so do it like that. Just kind of get a little loose with it and figure a few things out. But this is just going to be a proving grounds kind of thing. Like I said, this is all cheats involved. So, and this is with just kind of using the big roads as a kind of just to lay everything out. And just to kind of lay this out, figure this one out, so like I said, this is not something I would probably do normally. Alright, so go there, and go there. So, you know what, let's just go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and drop a roundabout or two in here, just to kind of mix it up. I go ahead and throw some random ones in there just to kind of give you an idea of what we're dealing with. This is, like I said, nothing I am doing is going to be entirely accurate. Just as a warning, this is just kind of like I said, this is just one thing you can be dealing with, especially as you get out to bigger cities. So we're going to do something like this. We're just going to create that as a traffic problem just for the heck of it. Leave that one as is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and build some. So just go ahead and get a little loose with this. So this is just me throwing down some random roads and just kind of being a little loose with this. So this has nothing to do with my traffic challenge. What I have out there, so this is just kind of gonna just get this out there and get this kind of laid out. So I'm not worried about it being pretty or anything. This is really just gonna, and actually making it pretty would actually probably defeat the whole point of this, most likely. But this kind of just me laying down random roads, you know. I just got the game kind of thing. Maybe, you know, so I'm just kind of playing around with it. So yeah, just kind of get a little loose with this, see what happens. Just kind of doing all the major, kind of a big road combination. So there's that. Now this is where actually where a one-way road would actually come in mighty handy. Reason being, now and try and go back on right away. So you have to come into the city. You have to do your business. So you go ahead and go down here. So we're gonna just go ahead and really just kind of play around with this. This is actually not a city that I will probably keep. But this is just, like I said, just kind of laying out some stuff, just to kind of see what you guys wanted to kind of give you some ideas of what we do, and also to really kind of demonstrate what's going on here. So there's that. Coming all the way down here. So you're just coming straight up out of there. You know what, we'll go ahead and make this a one-way road here. So this is really just kind of a, let's just goof around with this a little bit. You know, we're going to go ahead and drop down the nuclear power plant right off the bat, just because we can. You know, we'll go ahead and drop down 2 just for the heck of it. We're going to go ahead and run the power lines all the way out. So we're gonna go ahead and just pumping stations. We're gonna put, you know, well, probably 5 of those down. Our treatment plants we're going to go ahead and put. Oh, 5 of these down. Just for the heck of it. Because we're going to have a lot of area to kind of cover right off the bat with this game. With this city, with this Armory 1 city. Because we have that option, we're going to go ahead and just lay this city out. Kind of just as a this is just kind of a cheating city, just kind of testing, you know, how things work. If, well, in this case, money was no object, which it's not, because we have that. So we're just going to cover that. We're going to cover the high density residential we're going to have on the other side, and we're just going to kind of see what kind of traffic problems we can create and see if we can solve them as well. Like I said, this is going to be a strictly cheating map, so there's all the inbuilt game cheats you have access to are already unlocked and activated, so you're going to all that you can worry about, so put that in, and let's go all the way down here, and cover that. So yeah, this is just basically me literally just cheating. Trying to show this off, and test this out. If you guys want, I can always try and see if I can create a specific traffic problem, maybe one you're having in your own cities, and see if there's something you could use to solve it with. I won't fix your cities for you necessarily, like guys like Biffa might, but I will show you kind of ways that you could take your own cities with what you have and fix the issue yourself. I'm kind of one of those guys that, if I can fix it myself, I would rather do so. Unless it's having to do with a motor vehicle. I've done enough car work as a fixing my own car. I would never want to fix my own car again if I can help it while I'm still paying for the one I've got now. But that is going to be kind of what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be just kind of create a traffic problem. Let's see what we get. Let's see what happens. Now these are all with large roads, so this is going to be kind of one of those interesting things to kind of see how this works. And this is also letting me kind of test out some things as well that I may implement into the into the actual challenge city. Work a little more carefully because I don't have unlimited money. I have no cheats involved there, so that would be a little more challenging to actually apply some of these. So we're going to go ahead and drop some of these in here, and we're just going to go ahead and drop that across like that. Drop a spur off here to cover that. Spur off to cover that. So we'll do some zoning. We'll do high residential. No, first we'll do. You know what? We'll do office space over here instead, since I don't really care for the actual polluting industry right now. Do some office space, kind of like that. I'll probably do some other industry down here just to kind of have it. We're gonna have a high density commercial through here. So like I said, this is really just a let's make the city to break it kind of thing. So I'm gonna have all this is be high density residential. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and D-zone this over here and then make this high density just to kind of really test it. Yes, I know I do have this blocked out, so that will get fixed later on. Right now, this is just a straight. Let's do this. Get this kind of going and going. So this is going to be a completely unrealistic city. As far as having what we have. But I'm going to just kind of use it to kind of put out some suggestions for what you might have. So let's go ahead and put this out there. So yeah, this is, like I said, not even close to realistic to how I actually would build a city. This is literally just out here to kind of show you what we can do here. Went ahead and made the max everything. So obviously, some of this stuff. So we're gonna make that. That. So now we got the fire, the police station we're gonna drop in. We're gonna drop them all in like crazy. Just try to just drop them in randomly, just kind of see what kind of traffic problems we'll create with that. So just for the heck of it. Drop the firehouse because we don't want things to burn down yet. If I had some way to set up disasters, I probably would set up like a meteor strike, a multi-meteor strike, just because, just to kind of demolish the city, just for the heck of it. So yeah, this is just me literally just dropping crap in for no good reason. So we got that, got that. So, yep. Let's dropping all this stuff in. And I mean, I've got plenty of area to expand, but I'm not worried about expanding that just yet. Like getting like super expanded or anything just yet. Just kind of trying to fit everything in here. If I can't, which that's fine. I'll go ahead and start up. Got everything coming up. So we're trying to get the power. So let's go look at kind of our traffic. 85%. 87. Electricity is just spreading like crazy around everything. We're bringing places online as we can. So, don't have a lot of happy people right now. We're just gonna go ahead and let that just kind of play out. And we're gonna keep an eye on traffic. So 90% still, so that is pretty impressive for a city like this. Obviously, it's a cheating city, so it doesn't really matter. And of course, I am losing money out the wazoo right now. If I had a cap on my money, anyway. So I'm just gonna see how this. See when I can actually start running into some traffic problems. So power issues are going away as things are getting built. So I might start running some power lines just to get everything up. Because I mean, heck, why not, right? So let's see here. I mean, we have electricity out the walls. Boom. pressing concerns for power. Because they just drove a whole bunch of unique buildings in, just without even considering the power need for power spread. I mean, our consumption is rising, yes, but nothing I can't handle at the moment. So obviously we're gonna have to wait a while for traffic to actually kind of get any kind of bad way. And that's probably one thing I just needed to notice. Is getting rid of all of these traffic problems. So go ahead and we'll go through the south side of the city first. Since if I did use all large roads, you are going to see a lot more in the way of these freaking annoying lights, and I really don't like them, but they're there. They will be dealt with, and away we will go. This is basically, let's just see what happens when we do this. How does the city cope with such traffic problems? And how can we, as players, account for them to a degree? Well, like I said, part of it comes down to, if you don't like traffic lights, make sure you go through and turn the suckers off. Otherwise, they are going to annoy the ever-loving daylight out of you. This is not a city that's laid out to be entirely simple. You're gonna run into, there's just gonna be a lot of lights I'm gonna have to try and go through and get. Yes, I know all the new services and everything. Yes. Very nice, very nice. Not everyone can drive. So we're going to cause all kinds of different problems for our city than what you would probably normally face. So that is perfectly okay. We're going to just kind of run with it, see what happens. And if we need to, we will undo certain problems if they become too much for the city. Right now we are really, if this was a live city, we would be running way too far in the red. We would need to come up with some very serious money fixes pretty fast. Alright, so I do believe that is everything. So we are definitely running low on red, but we are, I believe, actually turning it around, so let's go ahead and look at our traffic still 94%. We are running into a pretty solid thing here. Now to kind of throw in some curveballs here. Paint a district, I'm gonna make it kind of small. And we're gonna put and here we are going to put a city planning, and we're going to put a heavy traffic ban on here. So we will see what that does to our traffic. And we are 92%, which is not bad. And like I said, we do have that now, have that traffic ban in play. So one thing I would do is I'm going to go ahead and make this a 6-lane one-way road, upgraded. At least up here we're going to make it going. So we're still at 90%, even with all that, so we'll go ahead and look at this sections again. So yeah, we are kind of putting on like a traffic ban in here. You see kind of how traffic is flowing here. Unfortunately, we can't see the. So yeah, we are definitely running a bit of a traffic snarl up here. Go ahead and go here. We're gonna go. So we are still actually 94% even with the well-traveled roads right through here. So now we've got this. So we're actually running pretty effectively, so disconnect something. Whoops. That's right, this is not a very developed city yet, so we'll go ahead and get that done. I don't care about that. So we are still running very much in the red. We're going to go ahead and go. We are going to go to our economy tab. We're going to raise all the taxes up to 12% so we don't chase people out. Just take all that cash just because we can. So let's just kind of see how this goes. And yeah. So let's see how we are doing. This is a completely broken city. Okay. So we're at actually 86% now, so where are we backing up? We are backing up here. And what are we coming? What is causing the backup here? So we're now running into that problem. 84%. We're getting a huge pile up here, and this is what I think we've all seen at some point or another. This is backing up all the way over here and down here. So let's go ahead and solve this traffic problem. One thing we can do, and we can only really do it in this city because of the way we have this set up, is we can make this one ways. A lot of one ways will help. So like I could make this one way. Everyone has to go this way. Why did I change the direction? Okay. So that is one thing we can do. Problem we have to keep in mind though is we gotta make sure the traffic lights are off. So let's see how that does for our traffic flows. Are we clearing this back up over here? Ooh, we're getting pretty full back here real fast. Okay, so, but we're starting to really pick up right here in the cleanup area. Got this one way going, one way here. You've got heavy traffic blocked from coming in here. So not everyone just has to come through here to kind of get anywhere in the city if they're not heavy traffic. One other thing we could do, although certainly not recommended, is to do something like that. Have a large road coming right off the highway. Not something I would necessarily recommend unless you knew what you were doing, what you were getting into. So Just need to go over here with that. Check for any lights that are causing backups unnecessarily. But, okay, so let's look at our traffic. We're 87%. We are losing the backup a little bit here. So we're just going to let this continue to play. And we are definitely beginning to really just expand out a little bit. Now, this is a little bit narrow too, so I'm not really sure I would stick with that. You could expand that to 6-lane road if you wanted to. You just have to make sure you would check for lights. But like I said, this is not something I would recommend personally. Something I might do if I didn't have highways unlocked yet. But we are definitely getting rid of the backup really fast. 87% traffic flow, still backing up a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look. What else do we have going on here? You know what, we'll also go ahead and look at land values. So we have some very good areas up in this north. Just make sure I'm not running into any other kind of problems. But yeah, this is gonna be... I'm kind of looking at everything just to kind of see how this worked out. So we are now back up to 90%, 90%. Still kind of getting a little bit of a backup here on the highway. Like I said, one thing we could do is expand that to 6-lane road. I would not recommend it unless you did not have highways upgraded. So we can kind of see that they are trying to so big chunk of folks are trying to come through here to get to this. So one thing we can do though, since we do have highways unlocked, is we can do a ramp. Straight tool. Actually, only going to do that. We just work what we already have in play. And drop in like that, too. So it's giving them other ways into the city. So let's see how that changed our traffic flows. So we're up to 92%. We are still getting a lot of traffic kind of coming through here. So we're actually losing a little bit of flow here. But we have cleared the backup on the highway. It's backing up a little bit because I think this ramp's a little on the narrow side personally, but that is me. So yeah, this is one of those things that you could not even attempt to pull off without. Info views. We are at 90%. We're still having a little bit of trouble with this being very heavily used. But are they really using anything underneath? We are getting a little bit of underground usage. Not a whole lot. But one thing we can still go ahead and do is we can also go ahead and have that like that, send, so we're going to have it way in and out. So go ahead and look at our traffic again, 91%. So I see we are getting some traffic coming through. Let's go ahead and look at our inspector tool. Turn off these traffic lights because we don't want them, we don't need them. Make sure there's none hiding underground. So let's go ahead and again look at our traffic views. We are 92% and we are really taking a lot of the stress off right there just by giving highway access to our underground routes to our residentials and out from the residential. That is using ramp, not highway. This is using highway ramp, so this is a little narrow. But again, we are still now in the 92 percentile. This may be something I actually here will probably include into the Strike Freedom Challenge city. Just because it is something that does give you a little bit of room, but you don't have to worry about having real estate up top. And another thing we can also do, and this is just going to be me. So we're going to go ahead and take that, we're going to go ahead and so there's that. So if we wanted to have them have immediate access onto the highway, we could do something like that. Let's look at traffic flow. So we are 92%. So, oh, someone's actually taking it. And boom. Voila, we've like I said, we now are sitting at 92%. We've banned heavy traffic from here. That might be affecting our traffic down here as well, unfortunately, so that's something to keep in mind. We have a lot of people actually coming underneath, not getting onto the actual surface streets and onto our surface streets, and actually going underneath and going underneath to come out here. Definitely something to keep in mind, since those of you who have followed some of my other cities or videos, we do have a challenge, 90% traffic challenge going on. So that is one of the things that I'm working on. And if we wanted to build off of that, we could go do something like that as well. So let's go ahead and look at our traffic views flows. We are looking at 92%. That is not bad. And a lot of that is because we do have a one-way road down here. A highway speed, highway road, buried roundabout, which allows us to get a lot of the traffic off our main surface streets, which are where we get the biggest thing. I don't think I've actually seen anyone like Move the Mouse or Biffa try buried routes as a method of actually relieving traffic. It'd be almost interesting to see what they would do about that. In fact, that's the only reason I probably widened this out, so I could actually get the district painted on it, get the high traffic the heavy traffic ban in place, where in such a place that it would not be potentially be affecting my actual underground route. Which we are running into a bit of a problem down here, but not really backing up too bad. 90%, still doing pretty good. Like I said, that is highway, so down there. So what we might go in and 6-lane upgrade tool, go down there. Not curved, upgrade. Just to kind of give ourselves a little more capacity down there. Go ahead and see how that works. 90%. We are getting kind of a intersection. Okay, let's get those lights out. Yeah, that's the main thing we gotta watch out for, is having traffic lights come on. Start being a part of the process. Really not actually keep those turned off. They're interfering with the traffic. So we are up to 89%. We've got some pretty reasonable traffic flow going on down here, actually. Actually, since I can do it, I'm gonna go ahead and throw that down in here. Train, Chicago train station. Make that outside connection, and boom. Make sure I don't need to put down any more electricity right now. I don't. Water and sewage, we are doing just fine. Electricity, we ain't even touching the electricity yet. But we are gonna go ahead and look at our traffic routes some more. We are at 91% just with those upgrades. Like I said, a lot of that is just kind of getting us to where we really need to be. I'm not really a fan of using these ramps like this, just because they are very narrow. So I would probably upgrade these to either highway, full-on highway, or at least over a 6-lane road one way through here, just because that's where the biggest. They're gonna hit traffic speed, boom, meet up, boom. So we're sitting at 91%. That is not 91%. That is not a bad amount to be at. Like I said, this is just. There's no traffic. Okay, so that might be hurting our traffic a little bit. So we'll go ahead and upgrade that to a 6-lane road. We'll go ahead and we will fix some of these other potential traffic snarls we're going to be getting here pretty quick. Like, having a large road into a narrow road into a large road, not really recommended. You also have the issue, like I said, you've got one ways feeding into a area. You do really want to make sure that you keep an eye on your traffic lights, because every time you do an upgrade or a change, it does turn on traffic lights, which is really annoying, but it is the way the game works, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at this. Make sure there's no lights. So these are, the biggest thing is, like I said, is going to be here we have a couple of heavy roads going into there, so that's not bad. Too bad anyway. Still bad. Main reason being is you are going to be so you got the noise issues, okay. So just go ahead and cleaning up some of the city where I've got power lines and just trying to get them out of here because they are no longer needed. Just trying to kind of clean up a little bit. So our traffic flow is 93%, just getting all those lights out and making sure everything is still flowing. Our biggest well-traveled route right here is probably right here at our ramp. Like I said, if we started really getting that backed up, we could start from there and work our way forward, upgrading everything. I wouldn't recommend that unless you had a very good reason. But yeah, I mean, we are sitting at 93%, and we have got 18,000 and rising population. We have plenty of room to expand. And we have thrown in a cargo. So this is where I was talking about. You could have one-way roads really be effective. In this case, we have a highway, a one-way highway. You know, you come through out of here. You come in industry down here, or wherever I've got it, say down here. You come through, and you want to go there. So you'll come over here. You'll come down, and you'll just come through, stop, and keep going. Right on to the outbound route, or wherever else you need to go. So, we've got like a cargo train or even a cargo harbor, having where you can a one-way where everything just keeps flowing really makes life easy. Even if you've got interruptions like this where you've got people coming out, want to make sure you don't have any traffic lights on there. No stop signs or anything. So I mean, we are 90. Like I said, we are 91%. That is not a bad for just to kind of throw together build. All the cheats and everything. So this would be something you would want to probably develop into. I know a lot of people, you know, figure out how to roads and they keep it really visible. I know I've not seen Move the Mouse try and direct traffic like this. But I do, like I said, right here at the highway, I've got a heavy traffic ban. Oh yeah, there's no way the cops can get there, so that is going to get de-zoned real fast. So we're going to race. We're going to here, D-zone. That's when, like I said, you want to keep your where you want to kind of Make sure you don't have traffic parking. Because it does create a traffic problem. So like I said, just make sure I have all the electricity figured out. And they are getting power from there to there. So yeah, this is no longer needed here. So we'll just go ahead. Maybe I could actually get rid of it all. So now that I've expanded far enough, just you know, it looks pretty with varied lines. This is what we've got. So going back to traffic. Okay, 89, 91%. Okay, where are we running into a traffic snarl here? We do have one somewhere. So, like right here, I do have a dedicated, very much cargo train entrance off of my buried. Yeah, that does get kind of a little hard to read these sometimes. But let's get right on. We've got right on top of this one right here. We are sitting at 89%. How can we get that? Is it 89, 90%? 89, 90%. That is not bad for a city like this. Oh, whoops. You know what? Time to drop another power plant in. But you don't need it. I need it because I need to power this city, this part of the city. So we're just gonna drop it in there like that. These are all connected, so they just suddenly are all very happy, very handled. Deals a whole lot of problems in a real short hurry. But where? Okay, 90, 89, 92%. So we are running into a traffic snarl somewhere in our slapdash city here, Armory 1. This is something I literally just kind of threw together with all the cheats, so just so I could do whatever I wanted. This is going to be kind of a proving ground for traffic concepts. Now, those of you who've been watching this know I have who've been following me or have seen some of my other videos, streams. That with City Skyline, you know I've got a challenge out there for any builders. I'm kind of curious. What builders have thought about burying and having dedicated industry induction routes buried underground in their city, or even buried interstate access elsewhere in the city? So, how many of you have thought about that? Go ahead and leave me a comment or send me a message on PlayStation. You know, feel free to. You know, let me know. Well, how much of this underground component have you ever thought about? You know, having kind of a dedicated industry route that does not come through your main entrance into the city. If you've thought about it but you've never done it, well, shame on you. But if you haven't thought about it and you want to, try it. Seriously, try it. See what happens. And we're actually going to go ahead and upgrade this to 6 lane. Just the buried 6 lane. Okay, so now we gotta make sure I don't have any traffic lights that came on as a result of that. So that is actually after that, and so that's actually makes it a little less complicated. I suppose I could widen that if I really wanted to. So let's go see what we have here. We're actually running into a 92% traffic flow, so that's actually not too bad. So definitely, like I said, want to just kind of see where this goes. And I will save this city as a proving ground, just to come back to and use as a testing ground for a concept or two. So if this is giving you guys any suggestions or thoughts on how to go about this, feel free to leave a like, a comment, whatever. So we're going to get straight tool. Kind of as a bypass. We'll kind of see how that goes. Do that. Go ahead and do that. This is just coming right up and right back down. So what is our current traffic volume? Traffic view. So that actually, we are still, like I said, at 92%. We have a lot of buried traffic. And I don't mean that in a literal sense, necessarily. Like, we don't have hidden, buried traffic problems. We actually have a pretty good system in place here. So we're not really backing up anywhere. We do have a heavily used area right here. But we are really actually going to be, by blocking off our industry from getting onto our main highway access point here, we've actually forcing them to go into our buried system, coming out here to our cargo train station over here, and then they would flow out from there, and they would flow right back into our system, flow through the city. Still can't get on the highway from over here, so they come back into our buried system and come in and just get to the highway that way. So they want to go the highway here, they could. They want to go to the highway over this way, they could go in and whoop, 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 whoop. Which is actually something I would need to fix, as I don't have a lot of good direct access. Which is probably something I do need to fix. Like this. So there is a lot of one-way roads, mainly just because I don't have people turning in front of each other with all this interstate, because I can't see without seeing, well, that's backing up, where the problem is. So we are actually 94%, and this is actually doing pretty good for a proving ground type of thing. So definitely something you will probably see implemented in my city in Strike Freedom 2. As you will see me kind of dropping in this underground system to get onto and off the highway to the industry, away from the industry, back on the highway. So really just keeping my industry off the streets, off the surface streets, where the heaviest traffic is really going to be. So forcing it kind of onto its own dedicated route through this through and around town. So definitely gonna see this happen. I just kind of threw this together as a proving ground to test the full theory I have had. It's why I do have a buried roundabout in my actual challenge city. So this is just really test out, see what happens. We have a large amount of industry going through here, but we will probably not see a whole lot of trains yet. So definitely see. So yeah, we'll go ahead and crank that up since we don't really care about the budget right now. We're just going to go ahead and crank this all the way up day and night. We'll go ahead and... Why is this turned off? Oh. Operating normally. Upkeep is... Yeah! So let's make sure it's turned on. And that's really going to just start bringing goods and trains and whatnot into town and out of town. Via that, so you're gonna see that start to really affect traffic here pretty soon. 91%, 90%. Okay, where's my traffic snarl at? 89. Okay, where's my traffic snarl? Is this it? No, it's just heavy traffic. So where am I potentially backing up? Or is it just a dip due to new stuff coming online? But yeah, definitely be ready to see some of this play out in Strike Freedom 2. A lot more of buried city, kind of a buried industry route. Yeah, I know about that. I'm not too worried about that. I'm not worried about the city being highly profitable or anything, necessarily. But you are going to definitely see a lot of this underground process kind of come into play. Because, excuse me, I'm tired for no apparent reason. So definitely be ready to start seeing that come into play as we really are going to start seeing things going on. Because you're going to see the traffic that they're going to put into play. Okay, wait a minute. What's he doing? Okay, so district, painted district. Just make sure it's a complete heavy traffic ban through there. Actually, let's see what happens when I take that traffic ban off and aren't forcing them into that route. So let's just see what happens. Let's run for a little bit. Probably another 5 minutes or so. See what 5-6 minutes. See what happens. Still in the. So this is definitely going to see how this grows. 91%, 89%. We're starting to see that heavy traffic come through here. So we're gonna actually go ahead and we're going to paint that district again. And we're going to put the heavy traffic fan back on and see what happens. So we are sitting at 92-91%. We're seeing that kind of really take off. We'll see heavy traffic go down there. We're seeing on some of our surface streets, so the traffic ban is not perfect. We're sitting at 92%. We're trying. I'm trying to keep my heavy traffic off. Off of my roads here, and I'm not completely succeeding, but I am keeping a big chunk of it off. Definitely off my traffic significantly, so that will definitely be something I need to keep in mind going forward. So we'll see how this goes. So still, that might be the ticket. We'll see. Armory 1, and this is, like I said, this has just been a proving ground round. So, if you guys have any concepts you want me to try and test out, I can go ahead and try and test them out for you. Just send me a message, leave me a comment, what have you. And if you like this video or any of my other videos, go ahead, leave a like, comment, you know, what have you. I will see you guys next time.